Now, price action is important, and of course, over the last few days, we've seen Ethereum slide down a little bit. It's lost about 15% in value, but the real important part of the picture today, if you like, and not just for Ethereum, we will talk mainly about Ethereum because that's what I cover, but this will affect all risk assets in particular. So be prepared. There could be some huge opportunities today. We have the FOMC meeting, the Federal Reserve interest rate. It's not so much important about the rate, it's what they talk about after with regard to something called the dot plot. I'll show you what that means in a moment and how to be prepared for this. Quick smash of the like button, guys. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is New York time. And we will see Jerome Powell speak on interest rates. Now, the important thing to note here is it's not actually so much about what the Federal Reserve interest rate is or isn't. It's already pretty much guaranteed 100% almost that there's going to be no unchanged rate. The important part here, though, is to look at the dot plot. The dot plot is essentially a chart that shows the likelihood, the probability of interest rates being cut in any given month. Now, the dot plot at the moment is pricing in that there'll be 2 rate cuts this year. Those will take place, according to the probabilities at least, in September and then in December. So the majority vote is that you'll see 400 to 425 basis points. That's 4 to 4.25% at least by October. And then you're going to see likely in December, the majority is voting. What we may see, however, and this would be very bullish for markets, and you need to check this after, I'll put a link to this chart in the video down below. We want to see if the likelihood of a third rate cut comes into play before the end of the year. If that happens, it's incredibly bullish. I mean, you'll see it in the price. If the prices start going crazy and rallying after the Federal Reserve announce the rate, market should be pretty much unchanged. It's what Jerome Powell says going forward after that announcement that the Federal Reserve interest rate will remain at 4.25 to 4.5%. Will they price in further cuts? At the moment, they see 2. Will they see 3? If they say we still see 2, it will be not bearish, but pretty much as expected. Now, the Ethereum price, as I said, is still pretty much range bound. It has declined over the last few days. There's a lot of geopolitical tension, wars going around. Tariffs is still somewhat there. Inflation is still somewhat there, much less so now. The most important chart right now for ETH is this one. It's the daily chart. And not only can we see price breaking out of a bigger trend like we did, back in the spring, we are now seeing this coil up. And the relative strength index has been respecting the support level of around 50% overbought or oversold, whichever way you want to do it. The relative strength index is pretty much well supported at that support level of $2,500. Also, we are seeing similarities in the price with the 50-day MA like we did in the previous cycle, 2020. We are seeing resistance at this level, just like we did before, but what came after it was a huge breakout. The on-chain metrics are very supportive of very, very bullish price action to come. We can see whale accumulation. Those are with addresses with between 1,000 and 10,000 ETH. That's not dollars, that's in ETH, so it's huge amounts of money, millions. And we can see that the transaction volume, the supply change is all going to the upside. In fact, the last time we saw a supply net position change this high was in 2017, and we all know what happened in 2017 for Ethereum. If you don't, we got thousands of % return. The US spot ETFs for ETH, very positive, still building, still growing. We're seeing huge whale accumulation. So all very, very bullish, guys. It has to be said. For anyone that wants to prepare to trade, yes, there is a link down below for FEMX where you can get a 20% bonus. That's a cashback bonus up to $500. But more importantly, do check out the link below for my free signals channel on Telegram. I'm posting all my real-time trade signals there. So if you want to follow along, I'll be prepared to be trading the FOMC news. So join that free group where you can join and chat to all the rest of the community there and be first in line basically to see all the latest updates from, it's not just from me, it's from expert traders as well and other community members. Thanks for joining, guys, and see you on another video very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.